So if they do throw a punch or a kick and you can't avoid it as the Kung Fu master, you could, use your arm or your body to take the blow instead of your head getting hit. Well, howdy, folks. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. We have a great question on tap for today. This is from Salvador. Now, Salvador has been a huge supporter of the videos, so thank you very much for all the support. And thank you in advance for the question. They ask, is this why a Kung Fu master needs to train their muscles to add an extra layer of protection to the brain? So this is a question on a video I did talking about the blood-brain barrier. Now, in terms of human physiology, no, I'm unaware that occurs. Now, I could see that there may be a way through maybe constant hitting of the head that your skull gets thicker. But I guess a couple of things. One, you would have to hit all around the head to thicken all the areas of the skull, the entire skull. But number two, there's not a lot of room in there. So if you thicken the skull, that could potentially damage the brain tissue. Even though it's a thicker skull, that does add protection, but that thickened skull could actually put pressure on the brain tissue, and that's no bueno. Now, not related to Kung Fu, being a Kung Fu master, this could be related to being like a boxer or maybe UFC as well, and even in a street fight if you get involved in that, which that's no bueno as well. But if you were to strengthen the muscles of your neck, I could see where that could reduce like the whiplash force. So like if you get hit in the chin and your head like whips back, that could cause you to fall on your backside, which is really not good if you're in a street brawl. But it's, I guess, not good, but I guess less dangerous, far less dangerous if you're in a sanctioned fight like UFC or boxing. I can see where, you strengthen those neck muscles, then that could help reduce those whiplash forces if you get hit in the head or in the chin. But with regards to being a Kung Fu master now, I am not trained in the martial arts. So, take that for what it's worth. I did watch a lot of Kung Fu movies as a kid, so maybe that makes me a Kung Fu master in some sense. I should have talked to one of my two older brothers. I'll put a picture of him up here, Dr. Chuck Blend. He's like I don't know what the belts are, but he's like some ridiculously high ranking or whatever in some martial arts. I don't even know the discipline, what it is. He's like a 2nd degree black belt or something. I don't have a picture of him in his getup. I think he used to have it on his social media, which I think he closed that down. So, oh well, this is the only picture that I could find. But a funny story, when I was a kid, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, he was actually studying ninjutsu. So he had the whole ninja outfit. He had like real throwing stars and etc. And for Halloween, he would dress up in the ninja outfit and hide in the bushes. And then when kids would come up to get candy, he would jump out and scare them. So I wish cell phones were around back then, I guess in that sense, because it would have been great to have that on video. But should have talked to him, but no, I didn't before this. So I'm just brainstorming and taking a wild guess here. But I could think of 3 ways that being a Kung Fu master could offer protection to the head and the brain. One would be like defensive maneuvers. So I could imagine if you're a trained Kung Fu master that you could see like tells in your opponent. So you could see them maybe shifting their weight, like if they're getting ready to kick you or they're getting ready to throw a punch. So you can kind of foresee what they're going to do, their offensive attacks on you. And then by knowing that, you could then move out of the way. So you avoid the kick to the head or you avoid the punch to the head. Number 2, and it's somewhat related, I guess, is defensive. I don't want to say maneuvers, I did it again, but maneuvers, techniques, take your pick. First one, second one, I guess they're kind of similar, but that is like blocking. I'll say blocking. That's a good term. Blocking techniques. So if they do throw a punch or a kick and you can't avoid it as the Kung Fu master, you could, use your arm or your body to take the blow instead of your head getting hit. And then number 3 would be, you know how to avoid the fight altogether. So as a Kung Fu master, you may have may know de-escalation tactics. So if, a fight's getting ready to begin, you know how to tone down the atmosphere to then avoid the fight. Because then you won't get hit in the head if there's no fight at all. So, yeah. Again, I'm not a Kung Fu master, but I hope that did offer some benefit. If you did find benefit in the video, please like, subscribe, comment. Whether you agree or disagree, comment. Especially if you disagree, comment. I like the disagreements. But I always appreciate all the likes and the comments. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. So, thank you for watching and or listening. And until next time, you win 100% of the fights that you never fight. Or something like that. Thanks, folks. Adios. Bye-bye.